Anyway, so we kind of closed right at Gamma Max, which is fun. That'll be a little bit higher tomorrow. Although I don't expect Jolt's data to be good. And we'll probably get a little bit more volatility as we approach the FOMC meeting and the QRA. So I don't want to say we could pull back because I got to look at positioning, but maybe. And if we did, it would probably just be back to like the 4,900 level, right? Like 4,910, 4,900. I don't think we're going to pull back very hard. And then, obviously tomorrow night we have big earnings and that'll matter a lot. But yeah, let's see. We'll see where Gamma Max gets to tonight. And then Tesla did a little bounce today off the bottom, which we expected. I still think this has a little bit of room to run, maybe up to 200. That's all just going to be like bearish, like a bear rally, right? So just bears taking profit and scalpers making money on the upside. I don't think it's picking up a lot of out of the money interest yet. I think people are still pretty bearish on it overall, but that might continue for a few more days. I know Amazon went up today, which was expected, getting close to that 162.50 target we were talking about over the weekend. Meta went up, which also kind of expected. Microsoft, not too crazy, but a little bit more there at the end of the day. Netflix keeps pumping. That probably won't stop. AMD still kind of cooled off, and Apple, Jesus, still red on the day. Yeah, Apple definitely underperforming the rest of them. I want to look at Cat today. Cat's triple testing that upside trend. Probably not very good for them. We'll see where that ends up. A little bit of breath coming in today. Russell up. Definitely bullish on the potential for more short duration and interest rates coming down. I don't think it's up enough yet to squeeze out those short positions, but they're definitely going to be a little bit pressured. Broad commodities, down on the day. China not doing so hot despite all their attempts to float their market. Dixie's still up on the day, but a bit below that 103.50 level. We saw yields drop pretty decently into the end of the day, but nothing crazy. Those might go right back up again on Wednesday. Correlation actually on the 1 month still turning around. So we're still seeing a breakdown in that dispersion trade. Not so much on the 3 month, but the 1 month. And given the fact that we ran today, that's pretty surprising. And I don't know if that's just, Vol's so over shorted at this point that they don't want to sell anymore. I mean, that's definitely a part of it. But that's also, interesting because we're approaching so many big earnings and volatility on the underlying should be moving up. Elon deleted it. Yeah, he's a moron. Carry trade was performing okay today, but looks like it dropped a bit with the announcement and yields dropping. So that's kind of to be expected. I think this is kind of interesting. We almost saw the forward yield to volatility cross over to positive again today. We are getting very slowly over time, but we are getting closer and closer to that positive convexity yield. And if we do, we're going to see the demand for vol pick up. So keep an eye on that. Move, I'm not even sure if that's updated. Skews down a little bit today, but not very much. And that's also not updated. Oh, new week for this, and we're now at negative 51.78%. Which I'll have to tell Dork about. Oh, there's Dork. How are you feeling about that, Dork? What does that mean? That is the correlation between VIX cash and the VIX contract in front over a 28-week rolling period, and they are statistically uncorrelated. Well, they're uncorrelated to a good degree that is statistically relevant. That's a sinus. That's a big move. Last week we ended negative 44%, so yeah, that's a big... And the largest of these moves in the history of the S&P 500, or well, the history of the VIX futures, I guess, 2004. They're statistically negatively correlated. Sorry. What happens if they're highly correlated? They go up. It gives you kind of a window into how much vol is shorted. Normal stuff happens when they're doing normal stuff. Yeah. Well, the question is, how extreme is the move from very negatively correlated to positively correlated going to be? When up? Probably tomorrow. We'll see. I'll update you guys tonight. CrowdStrike being a bitch. Back up above $300 again. That stock. All right. Yep, that's it. Anyway, so what do we have? What do we have on the docket for tomorrow? We got I think we have Jolts, and then we have Case Shiller, and then just earnings. So not too much data tomorrow. I know overnight we have a lot of data in the EU that's probably going to pressure. So we'll probably see like EU GDP pressure the dollar, especially if it comes in really bad again, like negative growth. Same for Germany. Germany more as a component of the total EU GDP, but nothing crazy out of England. Consumer credit and like mortgage stuff. We have Red Book at 8:55 a.m. That probably won't matter. I don't expect it to be that good. January is not like a big retail season. Then we have Case Shiller, and then after market open, we're gonna have JOLTS and consumer confidence, and then Fed services at 10:30. So probably a pretty busy morning. I think it'll mostly flatten out after that, or lean into sentiment towards earnings, which is probably bullish. And then actually after close, besides the big Mag 7 earnings, we have the BOJ, a bunch of shit out of Japan. BOJ summary of opinions, industrial production, and retail sales, all of which are a big deal. And then we have China PMIs, manufacturing and non-manufacturing. So everyone's going to be looking to those to see if there's contraction. They've just been hovering like right around neutral for a while now. They're expected to move up. If they move down, that'll be pretty bearish for Chinese stuff. Japanese retail sales are expected to pull back. I think industrial production is expected to pick up. So all of that can weigh on the dollar tomorrow night too. And that's about it. So I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good night, everybody. Later.